Alex Dillon.
All right, nephews, lock in. Because most men think if they're getting matches that they're doing something right. Fortunately, you're not. Because if those matches aren't turning into real dates, something is breaking. And most of you don't even know where. Look,
Uncle Bill, those are the guys that think strippers like them, yes.
Hey, some of these guys can't get matches at all. Others are trying to get attention, and that goes absolutely nowhere. Now, same frustration, same outcome, same root problem. It's called a lack of structure, a lack of direction, and too many of you men are trying to be liked instead of leading. And that's what we're here tonight to fix. This is Swipe Smarter, and we're doing two things at once, nephews. We're breaking down real Bumble dating profiles live on this show, and at the same time, we're teaching you how to actually read what you're looking at. Because most men aren't looking at the profiles the wrong way. You guys are reading what she says instead of understanding what she responds to. And those are not the same thing. That I want something real line. I love a guy who communicates, that make me laugh kind of energy. That's surface level. What a woman's going to respond to, nephews, is structure. She's going to respond to clarity. She's going to respond to direction. She's going to respond to presence. And if you don't have that, you're going to get filtered out before you ever even had a chance to get started. Or worse, you get the match and then you're going to lose her right after. So tonight, we're exposing both sides of this game. What your profile is quietly disqualifying you, and what you're doing after the match that's going to kill your momentum. Because a lot of you think the problem is the app. Nephews, it's not Bumble. It's not Hinge. It's not Tinder. The app is just revealing how you show up. Bruh. So as we go through these ladies' profiles tonight, I want you to lock in with some questions. All right. Before the match, after the match, just ask your questions, nephews. Write in, drop them in the chat. Send an email to Johnny with them. All right, so let's clean this up. Let's clean up your profile, your presence, and your direction. You're not just getting attention. You need to actually be creating opportunities for yourself. Now let's get to work tonight. My name's William. I'm your certified uncle. Johnny, go ahead and introduce yourself tonight.
So I am Johnny Dumbbell. I'm a personal trainer and life coach and professional screw up. You see, here's the thing about us. We're here to tell you what not to do because maybe that'll guide you to what to do. See, the right path is pretty straight and narrow. The wrong path is pretty broad and wide and has a lot of detours, okay? And we've taken a lot of those. So remember, we're not here to share success and speak from a perspective of guys who always got the girl, okay? We've done enough stupid shit to get the wrong girl, and we've done enough stupid shit to miss getting the right girl. So here's the thing. The disclaimer I like to give you, if you are thinking of doing something to attract a woman, who try to get the girl, or to try to get that rom-com happy ending, and it sounds a little crazy, a little foolish, a little movie-like, maybe financially, fiscally irresponsible, something that just doesn't make sense in your head, but for some reason worked on a Hallmark Christmas, whatever they call it. Just talk to us first, okay? Leave it in the comments. Shoot me an email. Chances are one of us has done something at least somewhat similar and found out the hard way why you don't do it. Remember, we've got great stories, but the morals behind those stories should be able to teach you how to avoid the bad situations we found ourselves in. To put it, to put it briefly, we screwed up so you don't have to.
Well said, Johnny. So
when I can pronounce it, yes.
Hey, let's before we get started.
Mini Mom, what's up?
Shout out to Mini Mom. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We appreciate you stopping by tonight. Okay, so nephews, I want to talk about something about why you're not getting matches. Okay, and we see this quite often with some of you. So we like to go over this every single week if we need to. And I'll tell you, there's probably three reasons why you're not getting matches without even looking at your profile. I can give you the top 3 reasons why you're not getting matches on whatever online dating app you're using. Number 1 is your bad photos. I'm sure your photos are trash, nephew, and that's going to turn most women off immediately.
And we don't mean that you're unattractive. We mean that you simply just don't know how to take a good photo from a good angle with good lighting.
Right. Now, another problem why you're not getting matches, and nephew, I got to tell you this because I have no problem getting on Bumble, getting matches, setting up dates. It is so easy for me. So I don't understand why so many of you struggle so much. So that's why we're here. That's why we're putting in the time. The effort is to help you guys do better. Shout out to all of you that write in for our Monday night show. We appreciate you. All right.
Yeah, man. I mean, I got to tell you, you guys are the ones that keep that show going, and we love sharing our wisdom, advice, and frankly, our fuck ups with you because that's the important part of making sure that you don't repeat the same bad history. But yeah, we love that you write us. We love that you write us. We love that you watch us. And look, even if you can't see us live, I'm glad that you can kind of check in with us later on. Our Monday show got a lot of views after we were done doing the live podcast, but listen, when you tune in live, there's so many advantages. You can call in, you can leave something in the live chat, you can actually talk directly with us, and we can help you with whatever it is that seems to be plaguing you, man.
And TikTok, you could join the rest of the panel over on YouTube. TikTok has a problem with this show. For some reason, they don't think that this is original content. And when I try to go live with Johnny and the profiles and break it down, I have so many problems. But when I just seem to go live on my phone, you guys are missing part of the show. We want to include you. Write in with your questions. Call in. Our number's up there. It doesn't matter what platform you're on, whether it's Rumble, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. Ask your favorite uncles, nephews. We're here for you. Now, look, this is a part a lot of men don't want to hear because it bruises their ego, Johnny. A lot of men think that no matches means that women are shallow, that these dating apps are broken, or that online dating is rigged. Look, sometimes the market out there is brutal, and that part is true. But most of the time, the bigger truth is this. Your profile is not giving her a reason to stop. It's not giving her anything to swipe on. The first reality is this. You're going to have to accept this. Online dating is not a conversation first. It's not your heart in it first. It's not your intentions first. It's not even your potential first. Nephews, it is your perception first. Okay, now, this means in just a few seconds, sometimes less, these women have to ask themselves, who is this man? Okay, but does he look grounded? Does he look like he has a life? Does this profile feel safe, interesting, attractive? Or are you guys looking awkward or like you're about to crash out? They want to know, does this
confident or
man
desperate?
feel like
Yeah.
an option I'd be curious about or work that I don't want to do? And I'm telling you right now, that's where most of you men lose. Now, back to the bad photos for a second, Johnny. Bad photos, like you're saying, we're not telling you that you look bad. We're telling you that your angles are ugly. We're telling you that your selfies are blurry. And there's deeper game to this, nephews. I don't think you guys realize. Weak photos, what they're going to say about your profile is that you don't know how to come off as yourself. It's going to say that you don't know how to pay attention to detail. It's going to tell these ladies that you do not take yourself too seriously. And it's going to tell them that you want results without putting in the effort.
It's going to tell them that you take selfies just to see what up your nostril looks like. So many of you guys shoot from this angle. And it's like, dude,
you don't understand presentation. And that's why bad photos hurt you guys more than you think. They don't just make you look less attractive. They make you look less intentional. And a woman's not only reacting to your face. She's reacting to what your choices say about your standards. Because look, Johnny, in every picture, all right, in the car, in the bathroom, the ones that are too close to your face, the ones that are poorly lit, low effort, or just completely random and disconnected, the message, it's not, I'm a nice guy. The message is, I don't know how to present value.
Bruh.
And online, you're going to get punished for that fast.
Yeah.
Now, look, the truth is, and Johnny and I want to give you guys real game. You guys who are watching, you write in, you guys who are part of the show, we want you to understand that a strong profile photo, it's not about looking perfect. It's about looking clear, grounded, and deliberate. Okay, so in these photos, we need you, nephews, please communicate.
And believe it or not, that's even more important than being handsome.
Cleanliness. All right, please communicate cleanliness. Cleanliness is next to godliness.
Bruh.
Now, your posture, your environment, that's going to communicate your self-respect. Now that means when she sees you, she should feel like there's a real man there and not just somebody who's a placeholder. Now, this is going to lead me into the next part, Johnny. And I know everybody tapped in tonight to see the ladies' profiles, and Unc keeps talking about the nephews' profiles. That's because I want to see you guys all do better. Now, this one, it's a little bit deeper than bad photos, nephews. A lot of men, you guys, you're saying nothing in them. You have no identity. And that's the hidden killer in online dating. There's nothing distinct about your profile. There's nothing memorable. There's nothing anchored in it. It's just generic male existence. And a couple decent pictures, a throwaway bio, maybe a hobby tossed in there for good measure, and you expect a woman to feel something? Nephews.
Yeah, guys, because you respond to her company lines doesn't mean that you can just go ahead and put the company line in your profile. You're already going to appear ordinary enough, even if you are good looking. If you put something in there that is bland and vanilla and tasteless and, really doesn't give any insight, show that you're goal oriented, show that you're always working to get to that next level of whatever it is that you do for a living. Something that shows your passion for not just finding the right partner, but for your life, for your career, your livelihood, whatever it is that makes you fucking tick. That should be something that you want to share with somebody after you've already discovered yourself, discovered that you liked yourself, and wanted to be able to share that which you like with someone else. That is what you should be able to exude into your profile. Don't think that online dating is easy just because you can put some electronic, thing out there and not have to worry about face-to-face rejection. It is not easier because then instead of getting rejection, you get even worse than that. Neglect. No one sees it. You don't even get the chance to be shot down because no one sees it. Why? Boring, man. It's
Well,
simply boring.
nephews, we want you to understand women, they're not just screening for attractiveness, they're screening for clarity. If your profile doesn't answer who you are, how you move, what kind of energy you have, or what kind of life you lead, then the woman has to guess. And here's the truth we want you men to understand. When women have to guess, most of them guess no. Because uncertainty, it doesn't create that kind of emotional investment. It creates hesitation. All right. And I'll even tell you what no identity looks like. It looks like bios with no tone in them. It looks like prompts with no point of view. It looks like photos that don't connect with who you are. It looks like no consistency, no vibe. And honestly, it looks like you're trying to appeal to everybody. And a lot of men think that being broader helps. It doesn't. Trying to appeal to everybody makes you feel like nobody in particular. And here's the real game here, nephews. Identity is not performance. Identity is signal. A good profile should quietly answer what kind of man I am. All right, what kind of energy do I bring? What kind of life am I inviting this woman into? Not by bragging, not by flexing, but by coherence. All right, your pictures, your prompts, your tone, your facial expressions, your environment. Nephews, your style, that swag you have, the way you word things, all of it should feel like the same man. Mm-hmm. And I got to tell you, this is what creates intrigue. Trying to be like, it's when you're actively trying to be liked, it's a desperate leak. Okay, and this is where a lot of
they can smell that like a fart in the car. Yeah,
nephews, you sabotage yourself without even realizing it. Trying to be liked creates profiles that feel weak, soft, over-explaining, eager, harmless, or even worse, validation or approval seeking. You think that you're trying to show that you're a good guy, but what you're really showing is that you're trying to avoid rejection by sanding off every edge that you have, and that kills attraction, nephew.
Oh, dude.
Because attraction is not built on please like me. It's built on self-possession. It's built on emotional steadiness. It's built on certainty.
That's like you said, you lost your edge. You took your own edge off.
Yeah. Okay, so look, nephews, we want to give you real game here. So what does trying to be looked like? How does this manifest in your profile? Okay, well, your bios start to beg for approval, and you're using overly safe kind of humor. And you do too much explaining. I don't know if anybody has ever told you this, nephew. You don't owe anybody an explanation. Nobody.
Nope.
Now, look, I'm just a good guy looking for my person. Women don't respond strongly to men who feel like they're pitching themselves for acceptance. And I'll tell you why. It's because approval seeking, it feels like future pressure to women. All right. It feels like a man who needs reassurance. It feels like you're going to require their constant validation, and they're going to be emotionally babysitting you.
Bruh. Not to mention you're auditioning, not betting.
Right. Well, Johnny, a lot of men, they're not getting rejected because they're ugly. All right. They're getting rejected because their profile feels like they want to be chosen more than they know how to choose. All right. And that's the sting, because it's the truth. And look, we want you to get better. We're not just on here dogging you out.
No, not at all.
We want you to stop asking, how do I make everybody like me? We want you to start asking, does this profile reflect a man with standards, structure, and a life? Build a profile with a point of view, nephew. Use photos that exhibit self-respect, not just existence. Let your profile feel selective, not needy. The goal is not to impress every woman. The goal is to attract women who respond to your energy while screening out the ones that don't. That's grown man game right there.
Yeah, we're not saying come across with your specific plan. That's putting too many cards on the table. We're saying put across a profile that shows, hey, I'm a man with a goal and a plan, and I've got this path I'm already going on. You join me? If you fit the path.
Now, if you've been watching, if you've been paying attention to our show, if you've been picking up little tidbits, little gems we drop from the shorts, you should be able to start building a more solid profile. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get dates. You're going to have to do a few things to turn matches into dates. Now, just because you get in with a woman doesn't mean that you can't lose her. And this one hurts because to men, there's proof that there was some interest. He got the match. And then whether you start opening with the messages, you just get shot down. And you don't know how to move it forward. And I understand, nephews, this creates confusion. This creates frustration. This creates overthinking. And you're asking yourself what changed, what switched up. Why did she stop responding? Why did the energy die? Why did she seem interested and then disappear? And I got to tell you, Johnny, I think a lot of men think that this means that women are inconsistent. And look, you and I both know that sometimes they are, but a lot of times the truth is something similar. She matched the profile, but she lost interest in the man behind it. Weak presence is not just bad texting. Weak presence is a lack of emotional weight. It's when a man enters the interaction with no center and he's not grounded. He responds, but he doesn't lead. He talks, but the conversation doesn't go anywhere. You start asking questions like you're on an interview and you don't create momentum. You're present in the chat, but your absence in your impact. So, and that's here again, this is what weak presence feels like in your dating profiles. You ask too many safe responses. There's no emotional rhythm. There's no confidence in your tone. And even worse, there's no sense of direction because you have no grounded masculine energy. And a lot of you guys think that go ahead, Johnny. Tell them about go ahead.
Look, stop being so small talky, okay? If you want to talk some meaningless bullshit about the weather, get stuck in an elevator with somebody here in Pittsburgh going up 14 floors, okay? You don't need to be going small talk. I mean, for the love of God, if I see a text message from any of you guys on Bumble or once you've exchanged numbers, especially with this, how are you enjoying the weather? Are you staying warm? Are you staying dry? Knock it off, okay? Everybody knows what the hell it's doing in your area. Nobody gives a shit. You're not building interest that way. You're not building value. You're not making her want to get together with you. You are not even making her want to drink coffee while talking on the phone with you. All you're doing is putting out something so you're not too quiet. And the reason you don't want to be too quiet is you feel like you should say something, but you don't know what to say. You're too timid. You don't know what it is about you that you need to put forward. You haven't liked yourself enough yet. You haven't done the Johnny Dumbbell Challenge. All right? Look, get your shit together and decide who you are and decide what you like about who you are. And then that's when you put that forward. If you do it that way, you won't run out of things to say. It's not about talking about yourself. It's about having the confidence to talk to her.
Nephews, attraction is not sustained by politeness. It's sustained by substance, by presence. And the presence is a sense that she's talking to a man who is grounded in himself. Nephews, you can't be rushed. You should never be performing for these women, and stop trying too hard. All right. I know a lot of you feel silence out of anxiety, and that kind of presence can come through even in short messages. It shows up in your wording, in your emotional steadiness. And a lot of men are losing women because the second the conversation starts, that woman can feel the man wants that outcome way too badly. All right, Johnny, I can keep going. I'd love to get a nephew's tips all night on how to make their profiles a little more solid, because I really think that a lot of men, they're not being rejected because they're saying something terrible. I think they're being forgotten because nothing they say makes these women feel anything. And that's just a brutal truth, but we want you men to hear that. If your energy is flat, your outcome is going to be flat.
Well, and remember, statistically, the ladies on these dating sites, they're going to have a lot more in their inbox than you will on average. Okay. So remember, even by a numbers perspective, you may be so far down the list that even if you do say something meaningful, she may not see that. Don't take that personal. It's just the way it is. But the thing of it is that you're still going to be in that queue somewhere. And again, your subject line saying, hey, or shit like, hey, girl, or what's up, or hey, here's a dick pic. Those things are not going to get her attention. She's not looking for that kind of stuff. She's looking for something that is eye catching. Okay. And I mean, for the right reasons too, by the way. But I mean, yeah, you're not standing out. And if you're not standing out, you're not giving her any reason to, well, no, I'm not going to say choose you. You're not standing out to make her want you to choose her. And that's what I think ultimately she's looking for.
Okay. All right, Johnny. So, I mean, like I said, I can go on half the night giving them the game, but let's, I know some of these guys are here for the ladies. So without further ado, let's start breaking down some of these ladies' profiles, reading between the lines, giving you guys the game. We're not dogging women here. We love and respect women, but we want you to understand something, that the things that the women say publicly on these sites, that's not typically what they respond to. So Uncle Johnny and myself, we're going to break these down and give you the game on how to get at these women. Now, we're breaking down profiles that Bumble gives me randomly, but you got to understand, some of these women aren't for me, but some of them might be for you, nephew. So Uncle Johnny and I are going to tell you how to approach these women. If you were to match with them, how to set up your date. And if you need help with DMs or something, we'll even help you with that. All right. Before we get to the profiles, Johnny, should I talk a little bit about DMs? You brought it up when you said that, the subject line, poor DMs. And I think they need to understand that a DM is not a conversation, nephews. It's an entry point. You're not there to impress women. You're not there to explain yourself. You're not even there to build a connection or prove what a great guy you are. You're there to spark her curiosity and establish presence. And that's it. And most of you men lose because you try to do too much too early. Now, and like Johnny was saying, and this is why I want to talk about this, stop with the generic openers. Hey, hi, how are you? This puts all the work on her. So what you're telling that woman is, you lead and I'll follow. And bro, that's
if she reads it at all.
Yeah, that's dead. So now something else. Shout out to Johnny Dumbbell. Compliment dumping in the DMs.
Oh God,
you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you're stunning. She's heard that 100 times today.
She's over there like, tell me something I don't know.
You just became noise. And worse, you positioned yourself as a fan and not a man.
Dude.
Next DM mistake I see you guys make. And hey, Johnny, some of these women I'll ask, for research purposes, I'll ask to see their DMs, or, if I got a real good relationship with them and they're comfortable enough with me, they know that I'm not on some jealous shit. It's research to me. I want to see how these guys are getting at these women. And what I see a lot is guys over-explain themselves.
Oh, man.
Like, hey, I saw your profile and I really liked your vibe. Now,
I'm this cool, but I'm this nice, but I'm this cool, but I'm this nice.
Now, nephews, if you're at a bar and you walk up to an attractive woman and you look her in the face and you say, you look like you might be my kind of trouble, I can rock with that. But when you're doing it in a DM, like, I saw your profile and I like your vibe and I think we get along, that's some sucker shit. You're doing too much. You're investing before she's earned anything, and that creates pressure. All right. Now, what I want you guys to do is stop trying to be perfect in the DMs. You guys overthink your tone, your wording, your timing.
Or you underthink
hesitation. Well, Johnny, the hesitation leaks insecurity. And women feel that.
Yeah.
So let me tell you, because like I said, we love to give you the real game here. So let me tell you what a strong DM actually does with these women. All right. Because a good DM, nephew, it's going to do 3 things. It's going to show that you notice something specific. It's going to add a little of your personality, and it leaves space for her to engage, not chase, engage.
Yeah.
So the right structure, and please, nephews, keep this simple. Step 1, I would say some kind of observation, Johnny. Call out something real. Not you're pretty, but something from her bio, something from her lifestyle, something from that woman's energy, or something slightly different.
Yeah.
Now, hey, Johnny, we're good at this, where we know how to present humor, perspective, and lightly tease women. All right. So, and nephews, this is where tension lives. Not corny, not try hard, just a slight edge. Learn to work on that. If you need me to elaborate, write Johnny for the Monday show. We would love to. I'll do a whole DM episode if you guys need it. We're here to help you out.
Yeah,
now,
let's do it.
What I'd like you to do is leave room. If you have to DM, leave room. Don't over talk. Let her step forward. Now, an example. Shall I give him some examples?
Yeah, let's do it.
Or should we save this for a DM episode and move on to, because Johnny, I do this all the time. I get off topic just a little bit. We start talking about DMs. I really like to get into it and give them the game. And now we're not really doing a dating show tonight. We're doing a DM show.
I mean, so, I think that,
Now, for what, the better part of 2 years, Johnny, we've been telling these guys that an acceptable DM would be something like you, period, me, period, a drink, period. Let's make this happen.
Yep.
But if you know how to be a little more playful and add some tension to it, you can send something like, I can already tell you're either fun or a problem, and see where that gets you, nephews. Because that's going to create a certain level of curiosity with the right woman. It's going to invite engagement if she has personality.
Yeah.
Now, you could use, let's save this, Johnny. I love giving them next level game, but you need a certain kind of energy, nephews. You can't be chasing, performing, or trying to win her. You're introducing yourself from a position of stability. So that means you got to have a calm tone, no neediness, and you don't overinvest in DMs. So
see, the thing of it is that if you're chasing, trying to win, you're going to lose most of those, if not all of them, and then feel like a failure because you chased and didn't catch. The difference is, once you've discovered yourself and like I said, did all the things that I told you to do to put yourself out there and share that great part about yourself, now you're doing the choosing. And when that doesn't end well, it's probably because you vetted her out and realized that either she's not interested or just not good for you or whatever it happens to be. Now you don't go home feeling like a failure. You go home feeling like, all right, back to the drawing board. Let's do this again. We'll share these great qualities of mine with somebody else instead of, oh man, another girl that didn't like me. Now what?
And
There's a huge, the same result of a date, a huge difference in mindsets.
Donnie, I really think maybe we need to get together this weekend and do maybe not even a live stream. You and I just work on an upload about DMs.
That would be good.
All right, nephews, treat DMs like an opportunity, and it's not. That's where you go wrong. So, but you do need to be able to gauge it if she can match your energy, if she has any personality, and if she doesn't, move on. And stop sending 10 low-quality DMs to a woman. Start sending one intentional one. Stop trying to impress and stop
talking to yourself in her inbox.
Johnny's telling you to stop chasing replies and start respecting your own pace. Look, if your DMs feel like, I hope she likes me, you're already lost. If your DMs feel like, let's see what's out there, now you're playing this game correctly, nephews. Mm-hmm. All right, Johnny, give me a second here. I'm sorry. I apologize. We got our phone lines open, nephews. Call in with your own questions. We'd love to break down the game for you. TikTok, my number should be up there. If you want to join the rest of the panel, we're live over on YouTube. Ask us your questions. Give me 1 second here, and I will get the Bumble profiles pulled up. And make sure if you guys have questions, you're writing Johnny for our Monday night show. His email's in the chat. All right, 1 second here. I usually have these.
Now, see, we're short on time, but I still expect Bill to get 3 swipe rights. Now, while he's getting ready for this profile, if you guys have any great stories about online dating, good, bad, funny, disastrous, whatever it happens to be, leave it in the live chat. Shoot me an email. We love to read it.
Hey, shout out to Johnny Dumbbell. He's got to put up with me going off track all the time. I'm sorry, Johnny. You're right. The show's halfway over. We haven't even broke down a profile tonight.
Actually, I meant to say that earlier, and I forgot, so that kind of was an opportunity for me, too.
Nephews, without further ado, all right, quick background. Johnny is very goal-oriented. He wants me to get 3 right swipes every show. And here's what we like to do for you.
Don't be an uptight schmutz.
If I match with a woman live, and I have a couple in my queue who have swiped on my profile, I got to say, my profile's pretty solid. I would rate my profile at like an 8 or an 8.5 out of 10. And I could bump it up a notch, but I'm right where it's at. All right. Now, I'm going to have to switch back and forth between the profiles every time we get one because I got to make sure there's nothing that we can't show on here. And I've already previewed Stephanie's profile, so we're going to go ahead and get right into this. First up tonight, we got Stephanie, 39, executive project manager. Bet she got some bread. About Stephanie.
Yeah.
She says, I'm happy-spirited, big-hearted, outgoing, genuine, intelligent, hardworking woman.
Bless that bitch.
Can learn something from everyone. Love deep conversations and know what makes you you. Super close with family and love to travel. Super involved with my church.
Bless that bitch.
Half Jewish, half Christian. Says she drinks.
So you still have Passover and your father still has a gin and tonic. That's okay.
Well, okay. I'm happy-spirited, big-hearted, outgoing. This woman is emotionally expressive and sees herself as high energy. All right, but women who lead with a lot of positive adjectives, Johnny. Give them the game on that because we see this all the time.
Wait, say that again.
With women who lead with a lot of positive adjectives.
Yeah, I mean, half of that's going to be the company line. We see a little bit of that. Happy spirited, big hearted. I mean, I think that it's kind of cool that she had a creative way of putting it with the emojis and everything like that. But I mean, you're really putting forth the kind of thing that I think everybody should be on the site looking for anyway. The things that make her unique are really kind of towards the end of the paragraph. I mean, she's giving you an idea of what's important to her in life institutionally, as far as, family goes, things like that. Um, but I mean, until she puts super involved in my church, I really don't know anything specifically about her that I wouldn't expect out of anybody else.
Well, what I'm getting off of first read is that she's used to attention and she expects engagement, nephews. You got to match this woman's energy. If you come in flat, you're going to lose immediately with a woman like this. Now, the deep conversations, what makes you you? I got to say, this is where a lot of you guys mess up. They hear deep conversations and you guys immediately start oversharing.
Yeah. And that's where you screw it up.
You start getting philosophical or even trying to impress these women intellectually.
And by the way, I love deep conversations is the number 11 most common company line on dating apps, dating profiles right here. Basically what it is she doesn't want you to overshare. It probably means she really loves talking about herself.
Well, all right, trying to impress them, that's the wrong move, nephews. She wants somebody who's emotionally engaged, not somebody who writes essays to her. She wants to feel something, not read your autobiography.
Yeah. And by the way, folks, we want to feel something too. So if you're watching this live, let's get a like and subscribe here. William the Conqueror, Johnny Dumbbell. Really helps our algorithm. So if you could give us a like and subscribe, that would be awesome. Thanks, guys.
All right, Johnny. Super close with family. Love to travel. Now, this is kind of neutral, but paired with everything else, this kind of signals lifestyle to me and a connection balance. All right. Now, what does that mean? I'm glad you asked, nephews. When I see stuff like this lets me know that this woman, she wants a man who has his own life. She wants a man who isn't socially awkward. She wants a man she can plug into her world without being overwhelmed. Now, the super involved in my church, half Jewish, half Christian, nephews, this is going to matter more than most of you are going to admit, because what she's doing with this is she's signaling values, identity, and structure, but she's layered. She's not one-dimensional. Now, that means you can't come in at surface level. Also means you can't come in heavy either. So you need a certain balance to get at her. Let's see what else we got in the profile here, Johnny. She says, my morning routine looks like up at 5 a.m., gym, get my happy endorphins.
Bless that bitch.
Okay.
Slay the day.
So this girl is not a sit around and play video games all day kind of girl.
Yeah, I was just high energy. Now, a lot of you guys are going to mess up with this because you're going to go back to trying to impress her. You want to try to match that intensity artificially, and you're going to get intimidated and go passive. And all three are lose moves. Now, the game here, nephews, the real game here, let's be honest. A woman like this is not looking for a man to hype her. She's looking for a man who's already moving with structure, not talking about it, but living it.
Like I said, with a goal, a plan, and a path.
All right, nephews, if your profile looks lazy, if your tone feels soft, if your energy feels inconsistent, you're out before you even start. This one here, Johnny, my real life superpower is my love and authenticity. It sounds soft, but The translation to me is that she values emotional expression, but on her terms. All right, you guys hear this and you think that you should open up fast, and that's how you lose polarity. I'm hoping you are funny and a man with a plan.
Bruh.
This is the clearest line in the whole profile, Johnny. She wants lightness, somebody who's funny and direct. Man with a plan.
Somebody who's not at a dead end in life that has no idea where they want to go. Yeah.
So, I mean, most men give one and fail the other. They either joke too much or you come in too stiff, or worse, you don't do either.
Yeah.
I don't know, Johnny. Like, if she was sitting at a bar, I might have a drink with her, instant date type shit, but
sure.
I don't know if this woman's really for me. Nephews, if you're interested in this woman in her profile, don't try to impress somebody like this with your lifestyle.
No.
Don't try to match.
If you start responding to everything she puts in her bio, you're answering whatever she's saying. You're already auditioning. You're already filling out a questionnaire, so to speak, of questions she didn't technically ask.
So what Johnny is telling you is don't fall into this deep conversation trap. And don't lose your direction trying to be liked, because that's how women like this filter you guys out fast.
That's what we keep telling you. We talk about talking your way out of the date, talking your way out of her.
I would say stay grounded while engaging her. And that means light humor, clean, confident tone, not trying too hard. Keep things short. Keep your responses intentional. No over-explaining. And lead with direction early.
Yeah.
Not, wow, you seem amazing. I love your mindset. That's weak. I'm thinking like up at 5 a.m. and conquering the day. You're not playing around.
No.
All right, but I'm getting a little bit.
That's the only time you got for yourself. And that's, and this is why we tell you young men, if you're not giving yourself an hour or two a day for yourself, I don't care whether it's workout, I don't care whether it's meditation, whatever it happens to be, you are not going to be at peace with yourself, and you're always going to be playing catch up, trying to fulfill other people's needs. Okay? You are not going to be healthy and happy, and those people around you, no matter what you're doing for them, aren't going to be. Healthy and happy people influence other people to be healthy and happy. That's your role as a leader. Now, starting tomorrow, if you haven't started already, let's take those steps. Take control, man. Let's go.
Nephews, this is not a hard profile here, but most of you are going to lose on this one because you're going to react to what she says instead of responding to what she is. You need to understand that this woman is structured. She's expressive. She's used to attention. She's expecting engagement and direction. So if you show up and you don't bring presence, if you don't bring a type of balance or leadership, you don't even get a chance. All right, chat. What do you think? Left or right? Should I swipe on Stephanie here or pass on this one?
I'm digging the pigtails.
You like the pigtails, Johnny?
I do.
Look, I got to tell you, I like the 5 a.m. gym routine. So
and the pigtails.
All right, Johnny, you want me to swipe on pigtails here?
Do we have a picture of her in yoga pants?
Bless that bitch.
For science.
For science, jeans.
Yeah, all right. Jeans and t-shirt girl, gym girl. All right, yeah.
You're saying go have a gym date with her, Johnny? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm gonna say yes because she wears a lot of makeup in every photo, and I want to see what happens when she sweats.
All right, Johnny, I liked her for you. That's one.
All right. Woo.
All right, chat. We're only gonna run for about another 10 more minutes tonight, maybe 15 at the most.
It's hard for me not to side with the people who go to the gym.
Call in with your questions. Write in with your questions. Johnny, let me preview this profile real quick. nephews. It won't take me long. I just got to make sure there's nothing we can't share.
And by the way, while he's doing that, if you ever met somebody in online dating, what is the most unconventional first date you ever went on? What's like the kind of thing that you wouldn't think to do as a first date? Let's say you went on it and it went great or it went disastrously, but unconventional first date that you met, with somebody you met online. Tell us about it in the chat.
All right, Johnny, next profile. Give me 1 second here. All right, can you see our next profile here, Johnny? Shelly, 46.
I can. Great hair.
Okay, here's her bio about Shelly. I'm just a girl looking for a guy who will blow dry my hair after a shower. I have an amazing 24-year-old son who doesn't take any of my advice. If you want children, I'm not your gal. But if you have some already made, I'm open. I've never met a dog I didn't like and obviously love to laugh.
Bruh.
She's looking for something casual.
Bless that bitch.
Yeah. Either that or she's looking for a lap dog that's going to blow dry her hair.
All right, we got a prompt here, Johnny.
I think honestly that first statement might be a filter for the weak guys out there, though. She might have had some bad experience with some guys that were weak-minded, led with the simping, and then they wound up being complete disasters because guys who lead with that nice guy image often end up getting a relationship, passing the audition in their own mind, and then they want to set ground rules. After they earned the relationship from her, now they want to tell her how things are going to be. And those guys are the ones that end up being, seen as creepy, seen as controlling. And hey, why not? You didn't set boundaries. You decided to set rules once you aspired to be with her. That is not the same thing, man. You can't do it like that. But I think that's kind of what that looks like it's filtering out.
Okay.
Maybe. Like the guys that send her messages being like, I can't wait to brush and blow dry your hair or whatever she said. Yeah, I can't wait to blow dry your hair. I'm sure if I were her, I'd be plowing right past those because, man, those are the guys that are not going to be able to lead.
All right. Here's what she's really doing, nephews. This is not a serious profile.
No.
But this is a filter plus a personality test. And most of you are going to fail this in probably two ways. You're going to take her too seriously or take her too literally. Blow dry my hair after a shower. All right, let's address this straight, nephews. This is not about hair. This is playful entitlement and testing tone. What's really going on here is the woman is signaling that she wants effort, that she wants attention, and she wants a man who's going to play along. But, nephews, here's the trap. All right, weak men hear this and they go, yes, queen, I'll do anything. Now, a strong man is going to look at this and go, I see what you're doing here.
Yep.
Now, this is where you separate yourself, nephews. This is the real game for you. You don't agree, you don't qualify, and you don't submit. You also don't get defensive. You don't call her out aggressively. You stay playful and grounded.
Yeah.
And
yeah, she's looking to weed out weakness here.
Yeah. So what works is can you handle a woman with personality without folding? All right. So your energy should be amused, unbothered, and honestly, nephew, slightly challenging.
Yeah.
Okay. If I was going to respond to the blow dry your hair part, I don't know. I would joke around about she's already asking for a premium service and I don't even know you yet. You know, boo, you're going to have to earn all that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but let's move on here. 24-year-old
you like your hair blow dried? I like lasagna.
24-year-old son that doesn't take my advice. I get it. I got a 25-year-old daughter. So this tells you she's been.
I remember being 24, man. I knew everything until I was 27.
This tells you that she's not naive. This tells you that this woman here has real life experience.
Bless that bitch.
You
And
can't
I think her
come in.
son should probably watch us on Mondays and Thursdays at 9:35 p.m. Eastern.
All right. I like the clear boundary here. If you want kids, I'm not your gal. Respect it. Now, you don't debate it. You guys lose when you try to negotiate with reality. Now, what I like here is I never met a dog I didn't like.
Bless that bitch.
She's balancing a sort of sass with warmness, and that's intentional.
Yeah.
Now, there's a nuance here, Johnny, and some I pick up on all the time. It's the looking for something casual.
Yeah.
Bless that bitch.
All right, casual. Let's talk about what casual does not mean, nephews.
It doesn't mean
Casual-
blow drying her hair.
It doesn't mean low effort. It doesn't mean no standards. Casual does not mean weak energy. It usually means low commitment, but high experience. Now, men confuse that and show up sloppy. And I'll tell you, here's where you guys are going to lose her, because you're going to try to become that lap dog that she's joking about. You're going to try to impress her with humor.
Bruh.
You're going to overplay jokes and lose your masculinity. You're going to come out of your frame, nephew. And I'll tell
And you're
you,
going to fake confidence and come across creepy.
and Johnny took the words out of my mouth. You're going to get sexual too fast because you're going to hear casual. You're going to fail to hold your frame.
You're
Now,
going to nervously try to be confident.
you need to meet her energy. If you want to match with Shelly here, now, so you want to push back, but you need to do it in a playful way. You need to have a calm tone, no over investing, and certainly no submission.
Good God,
Now,
no.
profiles like this, they're not asking, will you do this for me? What she's really asking here, nephews, is do you have a backbone or are you going to fold? Fellas,
Like a Pittsburgh parking chair.
she's not looking for a man to blow dry her hair. She's looking for a man who won't kneel just because she joked about it, and that's the difference. All right, what else do we got here? First prompt says, I'm known for making the most inappropriate jokes.
That's actually the shape of a uterus she's making there. That's the inappropriate joke.
A review by a friend. She's fucking delightful. And we have one more prompt, Johnny. It says, I'm still not over my kindergarten art teacher telling me I was needy.
Bruh.
Wow.
Hey, Johnny, I got to say,
I had an art
to
teacher. Listen, I had an art teacher in high school tell me I sucked at art, and that didn't hurt as bad as that would have hurt.
Bruh.
But I also know I can't draw.
Yeah, I can't draw at all. My stick figure.
I can play the shit out of a piano, but I can't draw.
All right, let me see here. Back this up a minute. Drink socially, looking for something casual. I'm known for making the most inappropriate jokes. Johnny, you are a dad joke ninja. So let's give the guys some game here on inappropriate jokes, because I would say don't fall. I think this is a little bit of a trap. But
yeah, I mean, the only inappropriate joke I can think of is I actually did read somewhere that it looks like Tiger Woods is in the market for a new driver.
nephews,
Yeah, you laughed at that. It's okay.
All right, what these prompts really mean. Known for making inappropriate jokes. Let's break this down. She's telling you that she's edgy. This woman's telling you that she's not politically safe. And she doesn't want a sensitive, easily offended, poor excuse for a man.
Speaks
If
once
you're a
again to
stiff,
the
you're
filtering out the weak. Yes.
Now, I like this one too. Review by a friend. She's effing delightful. Now, she's outsourcing social proof here, but she wants you to assume that people enjoy her. She's fun in real life, and she's not just talk. But here's the game, nephew. Women who lead with "I'm fun" expect you to bring energy back. And if you come in dry, you're invisible. All right. Not being over being called needy. Look, this is the
That's
most
not funny, but it's funny.
Well, this is self-aware humor.
Yeah.
So she is slightly needy.
I want to play with that dog, though.
All right. Nephews. I got to say, Johnny, I like it when they have a dog. I always want to play with the dog. Why do I always want to play with the dog?
Like, we could just be friends if I come over and, like, throw the Frisbee a bit.
You know? All right, Johnny. I think I'm going to swipe on this one.
I would swipe on it. She's cute. She's got a dog.
She's cute, and she's got a dog.
She's got a son that should be watching our show.
A lot more standards than that. But this woman might be worth a drink. So we're going to go ahead and swipe on this one.
Bless that bitch.
All right, Johnny. We got time for one more tonight. Or do you want to wrap this up?
If her kid is watching, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification. You'll be notified when we post new content.
Okay, hold on one second here.
Yeah, let's get one more.
All right, let me make sure I can just preview it. Johnny, this will be the
So once again, guys, emails in the chat. Shoot us a question, something we can read and answer on Monday Nights Live. Also, if you would like a copy of the Crazy 8 Workout Challenge or the 40 Minutes of Fortitude, shoot me an email. It's in the live chat, and in the subject line, put either Crazy 8 or 40 Minutes of Fortitude, and I'll make sure I send you a copy of that tonight only. Let's go.
Shout out to Johnny Dumbo. He's always looking out for y'all. All right, last profile of the night, nephews. Tap in with your questions and get you some game before we log off tonight.
Before we tap out and go to bed because we got to work in the morning.
Yeah, I actually don't. I got a big day
No
tomorrow.
shit. All right. I'm sleeping in. I don't have to be up to like 7:30.
I got a hot date tomorrow, too.
Nice. So do I.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
I mean, come on. It'd be Friday night. Why are we not going out with these women? All right. Let's get into this.
I got to use my Spanish.
All right. It's our last profile for tonight, nephews. We got Cassie, who's 42. And the bio here. About Cassie. She says 5'10". So if short is your type, then I am not. Outspoken.
Let's have a look at the
Love
legs.
being outside and trying new things. Family is everything. Great group of close friends. Love my niece and nephews. Nothing beats a nice Pilsner. Cuyahoga Falls is where I now call home. Says she drinks socially. Says she's active.
Cool.
First thoughts? At least tell them what the company lines are, Johnny.
So, okay. Love being outside, trying new things. I love being outside. I love trying new things. Bill, do you like being outside and trying new things? I think we all like trying new things. Maybe we don't. Maybe we like staying inside the same room. Better yet, a tool shed with no skylight. And, screw it. We'll just keep playing with this ball of twine. I mean, yeah, a little bit. There's nothing. I mean, I understand the sentiment, but again, give me something unique. Family is everything. I would hope so. Great group of close friends. Sure. I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies any day. I'll take that. Love my niece and nephews is about as specific as we get. And honestly, instead of a Pilsner, I would rather have an amber lager, but that's me. And yeah, niece and nephews in Cuyahoga Falls is the only somewhat unique thing I'm seeing.
Okay.
Oh, and she's
well,
5'10".
what Cassie's doing here, nephews, I would say this is a clear, no nonsense profile. She's not trying to impress you. This woman is
Yeah, 'cause
not
she didn't.
performing for you, but I can tell that she's filtering very early here. The 5'10", if short's your type,
She could have left
I'm
it at
not
that. The
it.
rest of it was fluff.
Well, okay, that's the anchor. She's addressing the insecurity before it shows up. So, nephews, what she means here is she's used to men reacting to her height, right? She's not shrinking herself, and she wants a man who's unbothered. Now, and you guys are going to lose in two ways here. You guys are going to overcompensate. You're going to be like, "Oh, I love tall women," or "Height doesn't matter to me," and they both sound insecure. You don't get
You mean like
intimidated.
the guys that prefer big women, but it's like really all they can get?
All right, here's what works. You got to treat it like it's normal. All right, so say 5'10", good. Now I don't have to slouch.
Yeah.
That's it. You look kind of
Does this mean I don't have to reach up and grab anything for you?
She's outspoken. She's telling you this up front. I'm not agreeable all the time. She has opinions. This is a woman who will challenge you, and she's not here to be managed.
Maybe in basketball. I had to. There's no way I was walking past that.
All right, let's see. Let's see what else we got here, Johnny.
You know what, though? In all fairness, I got to tell you, Uncle Bill, I got to hand it to short people. Because, you know, they probably can't reach it.
All right. After work, you can find me at the gym.
Bless that bitch.
Dad joke ninja.
Hey, I love women that go to the gym.
Absolutely.
I used to have in my Bumble profile that if you don't work out, pray, or fast, that we're not compatible.
Dude, I got to tell you, though, I've been in the gym 12 years full time. And at this point, I'm kind of immune to it. Not to the whole, you know, beautiful woman there, but I don't have the whole, oh, wow. After 12 years, I can see it, but I don't see it.
Well, okay, my biggest problem with this is you guys see a beautiful woman and you forget how to act. And you don't, these women know that you've never been there before. When they're so easily able to move you off of their looks, they know you have no standards.
Especially when you start offering concessions when you barely heard anything out of them. They're giving you one-word answers and you're confessing your love.
Okay.
I'm exaggerating, but only a little bit. That's the messed up part.
Okay, so don't joke about Cassie's height here. Don't overcompensate about it. She's screening for confidence, not confidence.
Don't look at her enormous feet. I'm kidding.
Now, outspoken is important because, like I said, she's telling you she has opinions. She's not submissive by default. And this woman's probably going to speak very directly to you. Now, weak man, you try to control that or you get intimidated by it. You need to stay grounded and don't get reactive.
No.
Like Johnny said.
Listen, that shows weakness every time.
I love being outside and trying new things. She's not a homebody. That's active energy. She expects you to participate in these kind of things. She doesn't want low effort men. She expects engagement. Now, the other part, Johnny, the family is everything, nieces and nephews. This shows me a level of stability in her life. She has structure. This woman has roots. She's not chaotic. She likely values connection, and she has some standards. Now, my entry point in this profile, nephews, if you're trying to get at this woman, this is the lifestyle hook here. Nothing beats a nice Pilsner. This is an easy, natural opening. So that's where I would get at her. The Cuyahoga Falls part, that's just the local anchor. She's not abstract. She's real world accessible. Overall, I got to say this profile's direct. It's grounded. It's socially established, and it's not insecure. I would say this is low drama from a high clarity woman.
Yeah, and I mean,
go ahead.
Well, a little bit advanced game now. As a trainer, as a fitness professional, I can tell you, if she is, tall for a girl and she likes outdoor stuff, she likes trying new things. Well, never mind trying new things, but if she's taller, she likes outdoor activities. Chances are, I'll bet you she's probably into cycling or swimming, something along those lines. Things you can engage in, especially when you're that close to the lake. And hey, what luck! Where she's from in Ohio is nice and flat, so the biking won't even be all that hard to do. I'm in a little hillier area, but not that I'm bitter. But no, I think I think that being tall and being an outdoorsy type, those two things combined, we could even maybe narrow it down to swimming and or biking and or things like that. So that's a little advanced game, but something you can infer, if you are also the athletic and activity driven type.
Nephews, don't focus too much on her height. All right,
No.
don't try to handle this woman's outspoken nature. Don't come in too soft and know how to lead, please. All right, so just don't overthink the profile. As long as you stay calm, direct, and use her lifestyle as an entry, you're going to be just fine. The Cuyahoga Falls in the Pilsner. All right, you got a system in place here. So I would ask what the go-to spot is in Cuyahoga Falls. And that's natural. That's grounded. That's not try hard. That opens the conversation. Let's grab a drink this weekend. It's pretty easy. Like Johnny and I were telling you earlier in the episode, you period, me period, a drink period. Let's make this happen. All right, nephews. Women like this, they don't need to be figured out. They need men that move with clarity. And most of you lose because you don't show up the right way. I don't know, Johnny. I'm really not feeling this one. What do you think?
No, I think it's kind of it's kind of a run of the mill. Cool if she goes to the gym though. Hey.
Bless that bitch.
Yeah, I think I am going to pass on this one. I got to say, though, as a whole, Johnny, I am pretty impressed that I know we only went through a few profiles tonight, but we did get some women who were putting effort into their profiles. We did get women who were giving us a bio, who were filling out the prompts, who were taking their profiles somewhat seriously. And, we don't always get that. And we got two matches tonight. So,
yeah, I mean, in 26 minutes, that ain't bad.
Nephews, let's just talk about this real quick. Tonight, it wasn't really about the women. It was more about you. Because every profile we looked at, they had different personalities, different lifestyles, but these women keep showing the same pattern. And you guys are out here losing before your matches. You're losing after the matches, and you're getting stuck in conversation that go nowhere. Nephews, that is not coincidence. That's the structure that you've built. Some of you aren't getting matches because your profile doesn't make women stop. Some of you aren't getting matches because your presence is weak. Some of you are talking and talking and talking with no direction, hoping something happens instead of making something happen. And that's where you lose. You're not losing because you're a bad guy, nephew. It's not because you're not good enough, but because how you show up, that doesn't match what you want. Online dating, it doesn't reward who you are in your head. It rewards who you can communicate clearly, consistently, and confidently. So if you take anything from tonight, please take this. Stop trying to be like. Start becoming a man who is clear in who he is, intentional in what he does. Fix your profile, fix your energy, and fix your direction, and just watch how everything changes. Now, look, nephews, we'll be back in a week breaking down more of these online dating profiles. And before that, we're going to be back Monday with Ask Your Favorite Uncles. So we urge you to write Johnny with your questions, be part of the show, call in. We got your answers. Anything else before we wrap this up tonight, Johnny?
Just that we have an entire long weekend between now and Monday night. So remember, baseball season's in full swing. There's all kinds of fun stuff, especially with the weather getting warmer. Just remember, keep the drugs and alcohol to a minimum because Uncle Bill and I won't be there to help you or bail you out. But if you do drink, don't drive. And if you do drive, don't park. Because trust me, and Uncle Bill can tell you, accidents cause people. Good night.
Thanks for watching, chat. We appreciate you. Shout out to TikTok. I don't know why I didn't end.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.